Hello, everyone on the internet. I am Cole Beekner, your infamous entertainer for tonight. I apologize for not posting as much as I would want to. My dad's stove and dryer decided to take a good dump, and then my car's antifreeze started to leak, and now I'm just using my mom's car for tonight. Yay! And I just got pizza for my dad. So, yeah. I really don't know what else to say. I don't want anyone to come in and just interrupt me like it did with the past 2 times I've tried making this video. So I decided to just do this privately using the car's dash just to hold up the damn camera. I don't care if you guys can barely see my face. You can hear from my voice enough how pissed I am that I have to be doing this again and again. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just hate redoing progress after doing it for so long, and it just annoys me. I just can't. I can't not just stop. And I can't just magically edit things together because I'm not an editor. I'm not. So, I want to get this out of the way. I've been hearing and seeing a lot of videos and images and copyright about a lot of things about one particular topic, AI. Artificial intelligence, or originally an AI, was something we were developing at first during around like the 50s or so. It was the official way we were revolutionizing the world after the Second World War. Maybe not as advanced as it is now, but it definitely was an improvement. And then by the late 60s, it managed to do something incredible. It sang the song Daisy Bell. You know, Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford the carriage, but you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. I hate this camera. I hate all of this. I'll try doing it on the dash. That good enough for you? Yeah. Yeah, good enough. No, that's stupid. I don't care. I'm just making this video now and just making it done. You see, I've heard, and with the advancement of computers up to this point, it really is impressive. Like, really, we should not downgrade the fact that technology advancing to this level is quite impressive on a technological level. All the scientists, all the people who have worked on that to up to that point. Round of applause to all of you. I wish I could clap without this stupid thing falling down again. But I can. So, when I heard animes were basically abusing, well, not abusing, but overworking many of their employees, and it created such good, wonderful pieces of art. It deserves their credit, time, respect, everything about it. It deserves everything. All those people. I hope you all get a raise one day. I really do. I'm so mad right now, but I'm still in the parking lot. I just want to get this done. I really just want to get this done. So here's what I was going to do. I don't think AI should replace the human experience in writing, drawing, or anything like that. Now you could say, well, Cole, you're a hypocrite. Your fantasy world is filled with a bunch of AI images. That is true. I have not been in denial about this. I have openly admitted that this was an AI image usage. I have even admitted that the reason I can't do it is because I sucked at art at school. So, yeah. I'm not in denial that I am a hypocrite in this regard. But this is what I wanted to do, because I need to express my ideas. Otherwise, my brain won't shut the fuck up about them. I mean, at all. I need to do this a lot, and it gets worse, and I can't. And I can't tolerate people because they're just annoying. They're annoying. They cause nothing but problems, and I don't think anyone will care for me. I don't think anyone's gonna care if I magically disappear sometimes. Because I just need to be done with people. But people, despite all their problems, are capable of some tiny glance of doing something great. No matter directly, indirectly, or whatever. It is beautiful, but a computer cannot make these same mistakes that allowed us, the humans, to grow. We humans are the only people guilty of that. And that's great. They should learn to adapt. They should learn to change and evolve. AIs might be able to adapt to that. So, when I was thinking about this, I came across a video from Totally Not Mark. Now, his content is essentially anime reviews and and he reads your manga and explains it using the animes as like a physical stature. I heavily recommend you watch his channel. He made this one video that inspired this about how AI has essentially created long-standing videos and projects of all sorts of degrees. And you want to know something? You really could tell the difference if you just looked hard enough. That's the whole point of the video. It's even what brought my attention to the whole anime industry. Well, I was aware of it, but how bad it was. So, when I saw that this AI, this computer, basically could make this fluid fight scene. And if you enjoy it, and if you enjoy using AI, I am guilty of enjoying using some of it. Like Google Gemini, like some of my fellow online friend and user Mike Tuck from some of my old role-playing I used to do. He still uses Google Gemini every once in a while, and I'm honestly, if you guys still want to use it, go on ahead. No one here is going to stop you. I think you should be given credit, but you should be allowed to make something original. You should exemplify your strengths. And then all of this. All of this. This world filled with problems. We as humans cannot, and I mean for the love of God, cannot accept that reality just sucks. That we overexamplify the bad things about it, and we are using these computers to create this perfect ideal world, even though it barely understands what makes it perfect to us to begin with. And that's kind of what makes it sad. And I'm not in denial. I think if I don't know how else to say it. When I was watching Totally Not Mark's review and video about the whole AI thing, I started thinking about Isaac Asimov's laws of robotics. Now, for those who are unaware, Isaac Asimov was a science fiction writer and scientist, I think. I'm a little sketchy on the details. Basically, he wrote a lot of books, and his work was based on theories of what the human condition could be. Those laws were made scientifically proven as something to base itself off of for many years, until around some time ago when they remembered, oh yeah, this is all based on theories. Yeah, I mean, they believed the robots were eventually going to advance to the point of becoming humanoid in essence around 2020. Yes, the years of disease and machines. Here's the thing, though, what I was thinking. Asimov, in his stories, always wrote in 3 laws. The robot must always serve a human. That robot must always preserve its life as long as it doesn't invalidate the first law. The robot must always value the life of a human above their own, as long as not above it, but as long as it never invaluates the second and first laws. The point is, I originally read this description of his final book. I have never read it myself. I don't know the title. I don't know really the specifics. But it was about this author who wrote so many stories that he had his own AI assistant basically edit, adjust, and just change, making appropriate changes to his book to the way he wanted it to be, because reasons. Now, he eventually decided that it was too robotic, so he kept giving it upgrades, allowing the robot more processing power to be creative. And it kept going, and it kept going, and going, and going, and going, and going, and going, and going, till the AI essentially began to do its own thing, to think and act on its own terms. Which it then questioned, why the hell should it be obeying this human if it has the full thinking life of a human itself? So then all the adjustments, all the repairs, all the advancements to the robot were taken out. What makes it so surprising is how, honestly, the last book made by Asimov is somehow the closest thing we have to the world we're in now with AIs. Maybe not to that insane degree. It's still science fiction. It's fiction. It's not real. Stop trying to mix in real world crap with fictional elements. But it is so close to being real. And as much as you love those stories, and how much you probably would laugh how there was turned a racist cop movie with Will Smith based on his works, but never actually adapted any of his works from what I could gather, but only combined them because they just really were just heard about it from the executives, which is a true story, by the way. What really makes it so scary is how close we could get to it. And if I'm fine with people using AI images as long as for or videos or anything like that, for 2 reasons. 1, they openly admit to the extent they did of the work and how much the AI did of the work. 2, it actually would be advanced enough for it to actually feel somewhat human. Another series I watch is the Japanese series Kamen Rider Zero One. You can watch Marco Satsu's another video channel I actually heavily recommend. It's how I got introduced to the Kamen Rider franchise enough. And he has this whole 2-hour description about the history of Zero One, including all the extra information you could gather. If you want to go watch that or watch the actual series, it's on Tubi with fully English subtitles. Minus a few hiccups there, and just ignore some parts of it. There's like a few clip shows, which then again, it was made during the time of the pandemic. I'm not going to blame it. Hate him, but I'm not going to blame him. It actually did tackle this theme really well, showing the AIs were reaching to a point of singularity, which allowed them to eventually create their own form of free will. And it didn't change that programming. It actually just adapted it into their personality, and it became wrapped around it. I'm fine if the AIs, in some future sense, would probably do that. With how close we are feeling like we're getting close to Asimov's, I would be fine with that. The truth is, I don't know how to feel. I don't know how to feel about this coming of age, because there's nothing I can do, there's nothing anyone else in this world can do that will actually want to try something, but no one ever listens. It scares me. It really does scare me. That we'll just lose creativity. We'll lose what makes a story unique. I was just playing The Last of Us on my PS4, and I love that despite how unoriginal the ideas are, the execution was fantastic. The acting, the story, the world itself was beautiful beyond any recognition of the doubt. And we can't replicate that with just a computer, but I shouldn't say that it is a bit optimistic. What's wrong with a little bit of an optimism? If you really want my formation on it, I don't think anything should replace a computer, or ever be replaced by a computer, or we can't replace something from a computer, because there are certain things we can and cannot do that the other can. And maybe someday in the future, in some twisted sense, I don't know. I don't know where it's going on. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Yeah, I'll probably be driving home while this is uploading, so bye guys. Thank you for listening to my insane ramblings.